Hey guys, so it's been a while, and I'm making a video because I really need to voice my opinion on this. This is the newest game, Dynasty Warriors 9. I've been a fan of the franchise for who knows how long. Koei Tecmo will bless these games because I've been living them my whole life. I've been playing since Dynasty Warriors 2. I played all the Empires, I played all the Extreme Legends, I played all the Warrior Orochi series, I played Dynasty Warriors Online, I played Dynasty Warriors Next on the Vita, I played Chronicles, Samurai Warrior Chronicles on the DS. I have played God knows how much. I played a lot of these games, so yeah. When I saw this game was about to come, or when I saw this game was coming out, and I saw that was open world and all this like cool hype, and I was like, whoa, this is gonna be good, guys. And then, we got the game and we got this, which honestly right here looks cool. But I'm gonna voice what I think of this game, and well, yeah, I just been seeing a lot of hate on Steam, guys. Good lord, one of the lowest reviews I've ever seen in my life. Whew. Yeah, okay. First off, I'm pretty sure a lot of those reviews are of performance issues, which they need to fix it. Like, seriously. I mean, I'm fine with mine because I just have a monstrous graphic card, but like for everyone else, I've been seeing their frame rate drops and everything. It looks bad. It looks really bad. They need to fix that, first of all. But besides that, let's talk about the game in itself. If you're able to actually play the game, that's a thing. Okay, so let's first talk about the combat system, because the Dynasty Warriors combat, right? Well, usually Dynasty Warriors combat is, you go and fight something, right? It's that regular hack and slash. You do your regular attacks, you do some charge attacks, regular attack, charge, regular charge. Or that's how the combat system used to be, right? In this game, it's slightly different in the sense that you can have your regular basic attacks, but now this time they're trigger flow attacks, whatever the heck they call it. And they're pretty interesting. Oh shit, these guys are all really... Hopefully I can handle these guys. Yeah, so it's kind of like this now. You got these new trigger attacks, and they also have this targeting system, which is nice. First time they ever implemented it into a Dynasty Warriors game. They put it on like Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors, and I'm like, what the heck? Why haven't they put this on a main series that, where it started? Come on, man. They finally put it in, so that's nice. The fighting system is cool too. Honestly, I like it a lot. Everything flows very well. It feels nice. The problem is it's not as complex. It's really dumbed down in the sense that it's super, like, it was dumbed down before, right? But now it's like you don't even have to think about what combo you're on. Like, usually you do your regular attacks and then you're trying to combo it with one of your charge attacks and then making sure you know how to make that connect with another. This time it's like, wow, I can just do this just to do it, right? Yeah, it's just simplistic. So, I still think it's okay, but like, it's not as complex as it was before, and it wasn't even complex before. So that's saying something. I do like the combat though, at least playing on Chaos mode, So I've been playing on Chaos mode, and I think it's the only way to play this game, because if you're playing on any difficulty low, you're gonna be like, what is this garbage? Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about the combat. I guess I'll talk about what can be improved upon it. So, what they could have done for the combat system is that they could have implemented the old combo system with this new system. So have the regular basic attacks with the combos and whatnot, and also have these trigger attacks just to add on to it. If they did that, the game on combat wise would just be perfect for me. Because if they had the original combat system with this new trigger system, oh, the possibilities would be endless. I would enjoy it. Let's see. Let's talk about these boss fights or whatnot. So when you're fighting a boss, these sometimes one-on-one against these really hard people, it's enjoyable because you, like for example right there, they usually have that weird symbol right by them and they can't flinch. That's when the fights get really good, because when they can't flinch, that's when you have to start thinking, oh, how do I fight this? I need to dodge this ability now. You're actually having to think. Also, blocking becomes relevant. Because when they're charging at you, you gotta block their basic attacks. Because if they do their charge attack, they break your defense, and hell is like broken, and you start panting. You're like, crap, this is hard. And I love that feeling in this game. These hard fights feel good. That's all I need to say or talk about that. Bases in this game, there's like in the Empires game, there are like these bases you could capture. You know, there's some morale, whatever. The bases in this game, you just go to a base, you capture it. It's just like an Empires game. Just think of it like that. Nothing too special. They also have added this new grappling hook, which I think they should ban. See this? I haven't climbed a single thing in this whole entire game, and I've been playing for a freaking long time. This grappling hook is just unfair. By unfair, I'm talking about the sense that in this game, usually when you go fight some kind of epic battle, you need to like siege it, right? You're like about to go into this insane like building. You're like, oh guys, we're gonna siege that building, right? With the addition of this new grappling hook, you can skip all of that and just do this. So I'm gonna show you guys. You kind of like imagine there's a fight going on here, right? Oh, there's water here. Okay, so you kind of just go to this, and all you have to do is do a grappling hook, and you don't wait for the siege to happen. You don't do anything. You don't fight out other people. You just head straight toward the main dude, beat him up. You beat your mission. Everyone runs away because their commander's dead, and that's it. So they've added this idea where you can actually skip a lot of things. Well, and I don't like that, because it just gives players the idea that, hey, this game, you don't do any of that stuff when you have this hook, and you can just head straight for their commander, beat them up, and then you're good. It's so bad. I don't like that idea. They should have removed this grappling hook mechanic or locked it until later in the game, because this is very unfair. So that's my complaint about that. Let's talk about the world, because that's why this game was made. It's supposed to be open world, which it is. The open world itself, the idea of it is amazing. The way they have crafted each and every area with detail, and you know, as much as they could, is absolutely outstanding. It looks beautiful. I've been enjoying all the views. Some of these hidden secret places that I've been to, they're so pretty. I still have so much to explore, but like, it's so pretty. It's nice. But the world itself is not alive. Okay, let me explain that a bit. So the world looks good, but it isn't filled with people. So like, for example, I am in Luoyang, and this is a town, right? Hey, where's everyone? No one's alive here. Yeah, there's no one here, which kind of sucks. The only place they always are at, if this town even has one, probably it's because of whatever's going on. Yeah, this town doesn't have it. Usually they have some blacksmiths, traders, and whatnot, and then all the merchants and crap are grouped there, but nowhere else. That's how it is for every single town or big town. There's like barely anyone walking around, near to none, and it's just this boringness. So I'm very disappointed about that. If they added more people being alive, like, I'm gonna use an example from Spirit of Sanada, which is the latest Samurai Warriors game. Okay, now that was nice. Good lord, you know, the towns were nice. They're full of people. Everyone's walking around. There's children. And then there's this game where there's nothing. What the heck happened, guys? Good lord. Okay, enough complaining about that. Let's talk about hunting. In this game, when you're in the wild, you have the option to go hunting, which is you go into the wild, you know, you're exploring, and you might encounter some wolves, some tigers, wolves, bears, bandits, whatever the heck. This mechanic is dumb, and I'm gonna explain. So when you're, let's see, where do I'll go this way. When you're shooting people, oh, that sounds really bad. when you're hunting the animals and whatnot, you can go up to them and fight them man to man, which is probably the best way to do it, to feel like you're doing anything to them. Because they're challenging, they don't flinch, or they shouldn't flinch. Unless you're too high of a level, then obviously that's not fair anyways. But when you're fighting them, it feels good. If you're using a bow and arrow, which is this new thing, not new, it's been here, but in this game it's kind of overpowered. Because if they don't see you, and you just nail them with arrows, they stand there and they're confused. They're just like, what do we do, guys? Don't understand. Something's hitting us. What should we do? Take it up the ass is what they're doing. That's all they're doing the whole time, which is very disappointing. For them to actually make this mechanic more useful, make it so the animals are more keen. So like, for example, they get hit by something, make them run. Like, make them book it. Don't make them stand there and just take it up. Make them run. Make them do something that will make it more difficult, you know? Just make it harder. Gosh. Fishing and stuff, who cares about fishing? It's just fishing. You can only do so much anyways. Bandits, they're pretty tough too. They're actually the hardest thing in this game. Like, the regular story and whatnot, even on chaos mode, it's whatever. But like the bandits and crap, Jesus, dude, they freaking pack a punch. They know how to hurt you. So yeah, they're fine. Bandits, I think, are fine. I do like the sense of how should I explain it? I think, you know, when you're doing these ball attacks, if you hit them in the head, it should be a one-hit KO. If you're stealth and behind them, I mean, if you can shoot them in the front, they should be able to see you. Because you should not be allowed to shoot from, like, miles away. But, yeah. Little complaints here and there. Side quests in this game. There's the main quest you do, right? You, do whatever the main quest is. And then there's side quests. There are side missions in which, so the orange scroll is the main, white scroll are some things that relate to the main one, which help make this, like, the difficulty get lower. And then there's these garbage side quests, which are these 3 little splooshes of something, where they don't give anything good. They're like, hey, can you talk to this person from, like, this town 6 billion meters away? Sure. Or they're, kill these bandits, kill that traitor, and they don't offer anything. There's absolutely no point to these. I haven't seen a good one of these side quests where they're like, hey, we'll give you like a cool armor or something. There's like none of that. It's all like useless stuff. You don't feel encouraged to do it. You just like, but I can do this and get way more stuff, you know? It's just so many things they could have done better. Yeah, there's that. There's a bunch of glitches in this game, which is no surprise. I'm going to an example of the hunting once again. When you're hunting, you're hitting them and they might despawn and you're like, what? So they just disappear straight up. Or, there is sometimes where, how do I explain it? Okay, so I'm gonna tell an example. When I was in Chibi, I was on Shu's side. I was fighting against Zhao Cao, and pretty much when I was fighting Cao Cao, he was in his, we were fighting him. I knocked him using a trigger attack into the air, and all of a sudden, he got stuck in the air. Yep. I don't think anyone's encountered that glitch from what I've seen. Only me so far. I'm pretty sure there's other people who have encountered it that haven't posted about it, but I was fighting the dude and he got stuck in the air. And he was fighting in the air and moving up there, so I had to like run out the like little building he was in and then run back in for him to reset, but it was like really awkward. Yeah, there's so many bad glitches in the game that are really bad. Another part of battles I want to talk about are fights on water. Obviously you can't do too much, but what they could have done here is these fights on water on the boats are really bad. So when you knock an enemy into the water for like these specific missions, they instantly respawn on the boat. Like you knock them off, they're instantly respawned on the boat, and you're like, weird. And it's really awkward. Also, the water, when you jump into the water, and when the enemy's in the water and everything, they can't do anything to you. You can't do anything to them. I'd like them to change that, please. If they would have added a mechanic to actually fight in the water with a okay, this is what I was thinking. Have a stamina system in the water, but also allow the ability of the player to fight in the water. It'll be like a wet noodle fight, but at least you're doing something, or feel like you're doing something. And you know, once you start running out of stamina, maybe start losing health, so it's not as not insta death, so it's not as bad for the player, but make it so they lose health. Feel like there's a bit of a struggle, you know. But they could have done something like that to make them feel better. So yeah, there's that. Let's see what else. That's all I want to talk about that. Let's talk about what the game does right. So, what the game does extremely well, Koei Tecmo, I will praise them for this. One thing they've nailed is the lore in this game. Oh my goodness, I was craygasming over the lore. They did a really excellent job on the lore. Usually in the other games, no one really cares about the lore. They're like, oh look, it's, you know, Wushu Wei, blah 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 blah, you know, everything happens, this guy gets killed. No one really cares, right? They're just kind of like, oh, this happened, oh, he died too, oh, we're here. What happened to that one guy I was playing as earlier? Is he just gone? Don't know what happened to him. Okay, bye. Well, it just, you know, it's just like this weird thing. But in this game, you get to know each and every character's story, how they were relevant in it, what they did, the battles they took. And like, I like that about the game. This game on lore is excellent. This game on visuals, it's not bad. Like, obviously, it could be better. There's always that, but like, it's not bad. Especially the world, it's really pretty. I do feel like the models for the characters and stuff can look really awkward at times, in the sense that they kind of look plasticky. I wonder if that makes sense. But yeah, besides that, everything's good. Oh, also, let's talk about some stuff they also did well. I like the changes in the weather. So like, you know, when it's sundown, it starts getting down. When it's in the dark, it's actually nighttime. Oh, craygasm. Good stuff right there. It's so good. The only downfall I hate about the weather system is when it rains. When it rains, you can't really tell it's raining unless you look at the ground. They should have added some kind of visual element to show that it was raining more, instead of you can hear it, you can kind of see it on the ground like these little splooshes, but you can't actually see it. It doesn't feel good. I wonder if that makes sense. All those that played it probably have felt this weird feeling of, we know we're in the rain, but it doesn't feel like it. It's like this weird awkward thing. So if they could fix that, that'd be good too. What else do I got? Let's see. They've also, another complaint is that in this game, obviously cloning has been a thing in Dynasty Warriors for a long time. They've always done this, but like in this game, they went with the excuse of, guys, we want this game to be realistic, please. And I'm just like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Not everything has to be realistic. And if you want it to be realistic, why can't we use fans that shoot lightning and thunderbolts? And why can't we throw like freaking chuck rams? I believe that's what they're called. Shang Xiang. I don't remember her name. Liu Bei's wife. When she throws her rings, they're like boomerangs. They just come back. That's not realistic. I don't care if they give me that excuse, but like, when you put stuff like this and you're trying to make an argument of it being realistic, good luck. You're never gonna win. So that's another complaint. Yeah, if they just said they just couldn't fit it into the fire or something, say it, you know? Good lord. So I kind of wish they did something similar to that, in which they didn't remove the unique weapons and have them in the game, because the freaking combat system is very basic. There's no need to remove all the unique weapons, like the hook blades, the what are they called? Liu Bei's daughter, or not Liu Bei, Lu Bu's daughter had that epic 4-bladed weapon thing that Lu Bu used in 6, I believe, and that was removed. That was a really cool one too. Juge Hey, I forgot her name. His name. My bad. They removed his claws, which sucks too. There's so many things that they did, which obviously I don't like and a lot of the community doesn't like. So yeah, that's another complaint, that they remove unique weapons. What else do I got? Oh, I was supposed to say positive things, huh? What did I say? Laura's good. Place pretty. Models are pretty too. They could be done slightly better, but like they're really good. Oh, the idea of people getting wet. So like if I were to jump in the water, right? You can actually tell that I am more wet. That sounds really bad. I am not dry. God. Okay, whatever. You get what I mean. And also when you're fighting, you can get dirty. I mean, like, dirt is actually covering you up. Okay, it just sounds really bad in my mind. Yeah, there's all this stuff I think they should keep. Like, that's good. The world is good. They just need to add actual stuff that happens in the world for it to be relevant. There's just so many things. Let's see, what else do I got? Yeah, besides that, I still am playing the game. I've been playing it for the lore. The lore is really good, by the way, guys. So freaking fun on that part. Besides that, yeah, there's a lot of things they need to fix up to make the game more full. But if they do that, then this game would have been really good. So yeah, that's my review. I guess I should put a number on it since people would complain to me if I don't put a number. I personally think this game is a 6 out of 10. Like, there are a lot of good things keeping the game alive. Like, I still think the game, if you're able to play it at least, can be fun. There are a bunch of really, really awkward things that happen and many flaws, but if they fix that for the next game could be looking to be very nice. But yeah, this game is a special one. It's pretty much Koei Tecmo's test. Everyone's saying it's a test, you know. It's a yeah, it's just a test. They're trying something new, and I'm just like, yeah, they're trying a new engine, they're doing all this, but like, this is a final product. Can you guys actually test the game or do something better? Whatever. Yeah, you guys get my point. I'm disappointed in the game, but I still like it because I am such a fanboy that I will look past these flaws and hope for something better. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys later. Peace.